Welcome back, racers. You're watching MMG. This is Tom. This is last week's Group 4 race, the Daily Race C at Red Bull Ring. Like I said, in the Group 4 machinery, produced some really tight, really competitive racing. So let's see how it all shakes out. Stay tuned. Like I said, this is last week's Daily Race C, Group 4. I qualified in P2, which seems like it's going to go pretty well. Racing for a little chaos at the first corner. And everything works out nicely. Long run down to turn 2 and turn 3. Still in behind the Brazilian driver and the Genesis in front. First 3 corners, no crashes. Looking good. Fast forward to lap 4. I'm still in behind the Brazilian and the Genesis. But the other Canadian guys have crept up on us there. The Honda's right behind us. And really pushing here. Just trying to stay. I don't want to cause an incident here, right? So just trying to stay in my lane. Got to be really careful too on this course. There are track limit penalties all over the place. I decided not to go 3 wide into the one of the last corners here. Down to the final corner. Back on that power. I'm going to get in behind my countryman here and give him a little bump. See if we can't get down to that corner a little bit sooner. Get on the brakes a little early. I don't want to send anybody off. I get a little bit of a bump, just a little bit of contact, nothing major there. I'm sure he was on his brakes. So. Let's bring it down to corner 3 here. He's been on that inside line the whole way. I'm pretty sure he's going to try and break down in there, so I leave space inside. He doesn't run me off the outside. Like it. Very nice. So it's pretty tight. And down into turn number 4. And I don't scrub enough speed off here. Can't quite hold it around the outside. And I'm off the gravel. I am quite concerned because I didn't think I was going to be able to catch back up again here. But next lap, and lap number 6. Down into turn 3. And I've managed to catch back up with these guys. A little bit of contact there. The Brazilian and the Honda end up kind of off on the side. So, take it. I didn't cause that problem, so. Try to hang it around the outside there. Not quite. But I think I've set myself up pretty well here. 2 insides on these, on 2 left-handers here. But Mark, the other Canadian, holds it really nicely around the outside. And he gets up into P1. So I'll jump right into that slipstream. And then get out on the racing line. Make sure I don't get left behind here. He's obviously quick. Down to the final corner. Get back on that throttle quickly with that short shift to third, I mean. And I'm definitely going to run on him. I feel like I'm in the slipstream. I think about it, and then I'm like, nah. Make sure I brake early enough not to push him off. I did not contact him there. He just outbroke himself, and that's why he went off the outside there. So anyway, so I'm up into P1. Fast forward a little bit later into lap 7 at the end. Returns the favor, gives me a little bump down the front straight. Going into corner 1. And I think he doesn't try to dive down the inside. He knows that we're all racing closely and racing clean here, so it's going quite well. Down into corner 3. The Honda's back. And the Genesis goes up the inside. I'm not sure what happened there. I wasn't watching the other replay. I think he must have got a little loose there. I think it was just incidental contact. I mean, he wasn't trying to run me off or anything like that. He's got the inside going down into corner 4. So he holds on to that position. The Honda looks to follow him through. And I leave that space, so he does. And now I've got another Genesis in the mix, another Canadian guy. He makes quite an aggressive move down here. Leaves me some space, though. Doesn't push me off, which I appreciate. And down this back straight, or middle straight, I guess. And I'm not sure if I just dove a little too hard there. Contacted him on the inside and kind of pushed myself off. Anyway, fast forward to lap 10 and the track limits have kind of come back to haunt us all. We each got a penalty there, so it brings us nice and close back together again. Fast forward down to lap 11. Nice and close to Procon. He's going to take a track limit penalty and fall off a little bit there, so I'm up into P3. That's alright, I like it. And I seem to be gaining on 1 and 2. So it sets up a little bit of a shootout here. A little bit of intensity, a little bit of stress going into this final lap. Alright, here we go. Let's see if I can hunt him down. Gaining a little ground there. Genesis is back out in front. Honda close behind. I think I'm making up a little bit of space in the slipstream. Look at that move. That's a lot of movement under braking, if you ask me, but good run out of here. Go up the inside of the Genesis. He's definitely squeezing me, but he's not. No contact, which is I'm okay with. It around the outside, keeps that speed up. Nicely done. Double left. You can see the other Genesis coming up behind me, really putting some pressure on. I'm gonna have to hold him off now too. See if I can hold on to the podium. Go, come up to the last 2 corners. Seem to have enough space here between P4 and myself. Final corner. It's a little bit loose there. Trying to get some speed, and he definitely got out wide. Let's see if that's going to cause a problem for him. And look at that. That penalty moves me up to P2. So, an excellent race, in my opinion. Finished in P2. If you like this content, please hit that like and subscribe button. Big help for me. And see you again next time.